Never play to the gallery. I think, but you never learn that until much later on, I think. But never work for other people at what you do. Always remember that the reason that you initially started working was that there was something inside yourself that you felt that if you could manifest it in some way, you would understand more about yourself and how you coexist with the rest of society. I think it's terribly dangerous for an artist to fulfill other people's expectations. I think they generally produce their worst work when they do that. And the other thing I would say is that if you feel safe in the area that you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. Go a little bit out of your depth. And when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting.
I think you only influence to a certain extent. I think what happens is that you look at somebody and think that maybe something you had as a small seed in your own mind, you see maybe that person has extended that or gone quite a long way with what you think you might like to do, and you think, yeah, that person's doing what I really like to do, and that's what could happen. That's what I can do with what I've got. Spend half their lives trying to avoid bad things happening to them. I'm of the impression that bad things are something that really are important to one's life. Bad experiences are not necessarily a bad experience. You can learn from tragedy, and I think you can. I don't think they should be looked at negatively at all. There's a certain kind of regret that when you haven't been adventurous with your ideas, there's when you get into a later life and you haven't even tried to do some of the things that you really wanted to do, and you can look back and say, damn, if only I'd had a go at that, you know, things might have been different, or I would at least know if I could do it or not. And the people I looked up to when I was a kid, like William Burroughs and like Little Richard and like John Lennon, they did it, you know, and I thought, well, I'm not an absolute fool of myself, but I'm gonna, you know, go for it too. I didn't strive for success. I strived to do something artistically important.
And my brother's face just tells the story. And I go into the emergency room and I was like, Donald Smith? And they're like, I'm sorry, he passed. And they took me into the room. There's my father laying on a gurney, just dead. He still has a tube sticking out of him, and they're trying to intubate him or something like that, but just motionless, quiet, no breathing whatsoever. And when I was a kid, I used to lay on the floor while my father watched Bowling for Dollars. And he would lay kind of, like if the TV's here, he'd lay on his back, and I would lay on the floor on his stomach watching Bowling for Dollars and shit. And so after I saw him on the stretcher, I put my head on his chest because I realized that was it. That was the last time I was ever gonna. So I remember asking him once, Dad, what were your dreams? And he was just like, well, I just wanted to get married and have kids. So I guess it kind of happened. He was a good dude. And he worked at the post office his whole fucking life, you know, just to pay for the family that he had. He didn't necessarily like working for the post office or believe in the mail or something, but it was what he needed to do to pay for his fucking wife and his kids and stuff like that. Good dude. Deserved way better than to die screaming. But that good dude, he did die screaming. And I remember thinking, oh my God, in this world where even a good man like my old man is gonna die screaming, there's no point in not trying to achieve every fucking dream that I have. This is my eventual end. One day, that's it.
I want you to ponder these 4 questions. Here's the first one, and that's why. Why pay the price? Why work this hard? Why go this far? Why try to learn this much? Why try to do it all? Why try to see it all? Why try to have it all? Why do it? Why learn it? Why study? Why put yourself out? Why try to take on this much responsibility? Why develop yourself to the full? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why try to earn as much as you can earn, share as much as you can share, develop every skill you possibly can, see every human you possibly can, go to every class you possibly can, touch everybody you possibly can? Why do that much? Why go that far? Why share that much? Why give that much away? Why try to see everything? Why try to do everything? Why try to become everything? That's a good question, why? And you're the only one personally that can answer that question for yourself. You've got to have your own list of whys. Here's what I want you to do when you go home after you've left this extravaganza. Work on your list of whys. One of the big thrusts for success is to come up with a strong enough why. In leadership training, here's what we learn. If the why is powerful, the how is easy. But if the why isn't strong, if your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing.
This is my future. We're all probably going to go out screaming. So the best thing to do prior to that is to try to pack that life with as much wonderfulness, fun, productivity. Surround yourself with people that are going to fucking help you do that. You know, because in this world, there's not a lot of support. Man, you tell people something, they'll tell you why. Throw a rock and you'll hit somebody with why. Like, hey man, I want to make a movie. Why? Why do you think you could do that? Why? Why? Nobody else is doing it. Why are you doing it? There's so much fucking why. You go out and you find why not. You surround yourself with why not. People are just like, why not? Where you're like, hey man, I'm going to try something. Like, all right, why not? Let's give it a shot. People who try to help you do your dreams, make your dreams come true and shit, and you do the same for fucking them. We're all in this together. But I've been trying to impart one simple lesson for nearly 20 fucking years. Anybody can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't born into a business or the film business or born with a mic in my hands. I have no fucking discernible talent whatsoever, man. I have no connections to the business. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. It's always worth the fucking shot. Live a why not life, man, because we're all gonna die fucking screaming. So make sure when you die screaming, you're totally fulfilled. You're like, I took all the shots, I did it. I went after everything I wanted to, or at least tried. Take the shot. The shot is always fucking worth taking. So I'm here to tell you, man, give it a shot. Go out and try.
Without a dream, we are nothing. I'm asking you to make a list of what you want. What kind of health do you want? What kind of skills do you want? What kind of income do you want? What kind of gifts do you wish to bestow? What kind of power would you like to have? What kind of influence would you like to have? I'm asking you to go home and work on the why. Because if you can come up with a strong enough list of why, Herbalife can furnish the how. Why not see how much you can earn? Why not see how much you can learn? Why not see how many skills you can develop? Why not see what kind of person you can become? Why not see what kind of influence you can have? I want you to establish some of your goals. I want you to give thoughtful consideration to your goals. And why not? If a farm boy can wander out of Idaho and finally arrive at this extravaganza, why not you? If Mark Hughes can walk away from the tough side of town and find a few people and make a dream come true, why not you? Why not? Why not? You've got to stay here till you go. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Why not see how much you can do, how far you can go? Why not now? There never was a better time.